Hey YouTube, today I wanted to do a My Thoughts video. I saw this disturbing video this morning when I woke up, and it was about these cops. Um, these cops were like terrorizing these kids to me. That's what I want to call it. You can't even have your kids go have fun for the summer nowadays. When I first heard about it, it was saying how the title was how these people called the cops because there were too many blacks in the neighborhood. So I'm like, wait a minute, that don't make no sense. Um, then I saw another one. I went on globalgrind.com. Go make sure you check it out. I was trying to leave the description in a little thing, but it wasn't working. So go check it out on globalgrind.com, and it says Texas officer suspended after handcuffing and pulling out his weapon on teens during pool party. I'm tired of these motherfuckers getting on administrative leave or administrative suspension, desk duty. No, when it comes to stuff like this that's being caught on tape, it's just bye, time to go. I'm just saying. It makes your police station look bad when you guys do stuff like this. It makes people not trust the police and the justice system and stuff like that when this kind of stuff happens. So when you put these police officers on administrative leave or whatever, but they're still working or still getting paid, to me it's just a slap in the victim's face. But let me read you the story. It says the McKinney, Texas police officer has been suspended from his regular duties. Regular. That means he still got some. After footage of him handcuffing and pulling out a weapon on a group of black teenagers during a local pool party surfaced the web. Officers were called to the local community pool around 7:15 local time to respond to a disturbance involving multiple juveniles at the location who did not live in the area or have permission to be there, refusing to leave, the McKinney Police Department said in a post on its Facebook page. Other calls also advised that the teens were actively fighting, police said. Police said. I'm just saying. First responder officers encountered a large crowd that refused to comply with police commands. 9 additional units responded to the scene. Officers were eventually able to gain control of the situation, police said. As seen in the graphic video above, the police officer was seen detaining teens and handcuffing them before aggressively taking hold of the young girl's hair and pinning her down to the ground. He immediately pulled out his weapon when her friends came to the rescue. This site continues. It says, teen at the pool party told BuzzFeed News the police were called after a fight broke out between adults and youth at the pool, after the adults made racist comments telling the black children to leave the area and return to Section 8 housing. The police officer had been put on administrative leave as the McKinney Police Department further investigates the situation. Now, if anybody ever seen, put that back, it's not yours. If anybody ever seen the video, you see police officers just running, trying to get kids. If the first person, the police failed, and the girl went around a little tree, and he was still running, she had turned around, then you get a cop talking to some young kids, and I guess one of the guys that had the camera or whatever, gave the police officer his flashlight little thing back or whatever it was, and as he talking to them, the other officers, the one that I guess got suspended, come up, get down, I mean, talking shit to everybody, get the fuck, I mean, just cussing at the kids. You saw white kids, black kids were there, but they were basically going after all the black kids that was there. But they telling them to get down, get on the ground. So then he telling these girls, y'all go over there or y'all gonna be down here too. And I guess one of the little girls said something, and he goes in the crowd, grabs her, wrestles her down to the ground. She wasn't resisting. I give him that. She was resisting because I kept saying, little girl, please just lay there. Just follow the directions before this goes bad. You over here trying to show out in front of your friends, and I understand that, you know, he was fucked up. I do. But you do also, to me, I also understand where the cops are going to say that she was resistant on the camera, and if she would just comply and laid there, because you see how I think it was a black man made her just like be still, because she was kicking and screaming for a long time, trying to call my mama, all that. And I'm sitting there like, why is these kids, y'all yelling with these police officers? Get on the phone and call your parents. Get on the phone and call your parents so your parents can hurry up and get down there wherever you guys are. But yeah, y'all, to me, okay, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate when it comes to this that kind of situation, because kids were running, because the police was like, because he was going off and explaining himself to the kids like, if y'all would have just stopped and just sat down like I asked y'all to, y'all got up and y'all ran. That's why y'all are being detained. I get that part, but I do feel like it was just too much. It was a gang of chaos. It was just going crazy. It was too much. He probably didn't know how everything was going to go. Even when he pulled out on them kids, I'm sorry, y'all can call me what you wanna, but when he pulled out on them kids, it was because he had their friend down on the ground, and all of them rushed him. He didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. I'm not going to even lie. He didn't know what was about to happen. He didn't know if them girls was going to try to grab their friend away. And as he trying to detain her, then you got all these girls coming up. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to say it was so much going on at one time, and he didn't know who was going to come from which way and how this was going to pan out. When you do have a gang of teenagers, white, black, whatever, you do have a gang of teenagers, and nowadays these teenagers have no fear, and they will go after cops. And then when it's a gang of them and they probably think they can overpower cops, then the cop probably was thinking like that too. So, like I said, I'm trying to play devil advocate, and I'm not saying this cop was wrong in no way, shape, or form. I was shaking in my boots watching this, especially watching the young girl, because all I kept saying, baby, just lay down and comply, please, because he can hit you. Anything can just go wrong while you was over there resisting him. And like I said, it's on camera that she was resisting. But we can't even let our kids go outside. Like, I would be terrified if I let my son go to a pool party and this kind of stuff happened. And like they said, these kids were in a neighborhood. Some people, I don't know what the true story is. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody has their own side of this story of why the kids were in this neighborhood. But if you don't live in a neighborhood, people have the right to call and say, hey, they don't live over here. Maybe they were, because I got teenagers, and I be around teenagers. So I can't just say, oh, teenagers wasn't talking shit back to these people. Okay, they made a racist comment. That don't mean you have to attack. I'm just saying you got to be mature about certain situations, because when they call the law, this kind of shit happens. You look like the bad guy. But I can see the people saying, y'all get away from over here, and them kids got belligerent and was talking shit back. I get that, because I see, don't act like we don't see these teenagers with these slick ass tongues right now. They're trying to be grown, and they parents not around, and they thinking they got to prove something in front of the other teenagers. Don't act like that don't happen. So, I'm not going to say these kids wasn't talking mess back. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is something has to be done to this cop, because from what I saw, he took the job overboard, especially with the little girl. He was swinging her around, and like I said, she was resisting. And we got to teach our kids. We have to teach our kids, regardless of how you feel. Regardless of how you feel and how much you think you're in the right, you can't talk back. You ain't them. And when I say you not them, you're not white. I mean, and I'm just gonna be blunt as possible. You're not white, first of all. They look at us as we uneducated, we black, and they look at us as animals. So you're always being the wrong to them. You will always be in the wrong. So we have to teach our kids to just comply. Right or wrong, we can fight it another way. But do not resist arrest. Don't run from the cops. If he say sit your ass down, you sit your ass down. If you got a phone, and which most kids do, call your parents and say, I'm being detained by the police. Can you hurry up and get here? It will save a lot of lives. And I do understand Black Lives Matter and we should all be treated as equals. But right now we're not. So we have to teach our kids accordingly. That we're not equal to them. So we can't get away with a lot of things that the little white kids can get away with. The rich kids can get away with. We don't have them rights right now. Period, fucking point blank. We don't have them rights right now. So that's what we have to teach our kids. Until we get those rights, you have to treat the law accordingly. You have to treat the police accordingly. It's just like with the evil guy in LA that got shot by the police. And we know the police was wrong. And they got cleared. This was on the website this morning, how the police got cleared from that. And we knew they were wrong. So we don't have the rights right now to talk shit to the police. Freedom of speech, my ass. We don't have freedom of speech. We don't. I don't think nobody got freedom of speech anymore. Regardless of what color you are. Nobody has freedom of speech anymore. They arrested people on fucking saying boo, sneezing. I don't give a fuck. They arrested people on dumb shit. Cheering at graduation. So we don't have free rights anymore. And I really want my subscribers, if you have kids, nieces and nephews that listen to you, look up to you, whatever it is, if you have a kid in your neighborhood that looks up to you, talk to them and tell them we don't have them rights. So we have to be very careful of what we do when we walk out the door. We have to be very careful what we do walking out our front door. We have to be careful what we say walking out our front door. We have to be careful what we post on social media. We don't have the same right. I pray we get some before my time is up on this earth. But right now I don't see it. And as long as we keep not voting and not getting these crooked ass people out of office and even the police department, and we don't start clearing them out, we're going to keep on having the same thing. If we don't clear out these lawmakers, these old ass lawmakers that set in their ways and ain't changing with the times, we're going to still be doing this. So yeah, that's my thoughts of this. I pray for everybody involved. I pray for these kids to get the mind and understanding of everything. Doesn't have to be pop. You don't have to pop off. You don't have to be showing out in front of your friends. You don't. Just be, and it's hard even saying just be a teenager, because you can't even be a teenager no more. You can't go swimming in neighborhoods that don't like you. It's not. I'm just saying. In Texas, it's a hard situation with black kids. It's like you go on one side, you accept it, you go on the other side, you not. So, hey, but that's my thoughts on the whole situation. Tell me your thoughts on it. I probably rubbed people the wrong way with my views, but like I said, I was trying to see both sides to this story. But I do feel like these officers need to stop getting death duty and just get fired. Just get fired when you do bad shit, especially bad shit that's caught on camera. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, I'm the girl Miss Nika, and I do everything on social media by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Share my video if you like what you see. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Talk to me, and I will talk to you back. Alright.